Good morning, Carew. It is the 8th of April, a Monday. It happens to be my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, Tom, if you're watching. This is an update on what we did yesterday, which is a Sunday, which tends to mean not much exciting happened. But we did have kind of an exciting day. We got up and went for a walk, and then the tides were amazing yesterday. It was a high tide, and you'll see footage of that here. So we went for a morning walk where the tides were in, and then in the afternoon, about 5 hours later, maybe 6 hours later, we went for a second walk when the tides were out. And I'll put in a little footage here showing the difference between those two times. You know, it's about 18 feet. Which I said 5.5 meters. So that was kind of cool, and you'll see footage of where I went in to do my soak on Saturday, and the water is much deeper than it was when I was in there on Saturday. So yeah, that was fun. Those little walks. We came back from our morning walk, and I talked Sarah into actually testing the sauna in the appropriate way. So we preheated it I set it to 55. The interior thermometer said it was just under 50 when we were in there. But I think Sarah actually enjoyed it. She had a good time. We stayed in there for 10 minutes, and then we went and took a shower, and it worked. And I brought some water in and created some steam, not a ton. I just took it in my hand and sprinkled it on the rocks rather than pouring it. We could see the steam coming off of it, but anyway. So we had a nice little sauna experience, and Sarah agreed that maybe she'd do it again. So the funny thing is what she said. She said, "It just feels like I'm having a hot flash." So I guess I can understand why that wouldn't, if you've never done a sauna and she's just coming out of menopause and it's like a self-induced hot flash, I can see why that wouldn't be a good time. But we did that. The progress that was made, I'll put in some pictures here. Continued cleaning and setup of rooms. So the top, the second floor rooms towards the front of the house are both basically set up now. We might do some picture moving, but the room with the bunk beds in it and what I call the bunk room, the room with all the twin beds in it, are basically set up. They've been cleaned twice each. Although when I went in there this morning into the bathroom, the ensuite bathroom, I noticed the door had some stuff on it that I had to wipe off. It's just endless. We're actually going to have Carly come in the last week we're here and do a full cleaning of the house the way she would do for a changeover, just to practice and see how it goes and see what problems we run into. The highlight of the day, though, was I mentioned in yesterday's video we had been invited to go to church, and there's a little church outside of Carnarvon in the village of Llandanielyn, and the church is Llandaniel, or St. Daniel's Church, I think. Daniel, I don't know how they spell it slightly differently. I think of it as Daniel because so this woman invited us, and we went out there, and apparently they hadn't had church there in a long time. They're getting a new vicar. She wasn't there. The vicar who they're getting wasn't there, but the vicar who was there was wonderful. So there were about 14 or 15 people there, which was nice. It's a small church, so it didn't feel particularly empty. The service was largely in Welsh, not completely, which was fun. A lot of the songs were in Welsh, so we tried to sing along in Welsh, which was really fun. And afterwards we had tea and coffee and chatted, which was just lovely. So it was about 2 hours all told. A really nice experience to get to talk to people and meet people and have a good time. So yeah, that was definitely a highlight, and hopefully we'll see some of those people again. Carrie was the woman who invited us, and so we've got her contact information. And the woman who came to play the organ wasn't working. They didn't know why, so she just led a cappella the songs. But her name is Helen, and she lives up by Llanberis, just outside up there. And hopefully we'll see her again. We'll see. So as I said, we did an afternoon walk, and the wind was... So there was a big storm here over the last 3 days, and just tons of heavy wind. But it started letting up in the evening, and we went up on the wall I say wall walk. I mean, it is a wall walk, but out on the deck, and took video of the sunset and took pictures of the sunset. And we actually called Taryn and did a video call with him, and had a really nice time showing him the gulls and the sunset. So yeah, that was our day yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I'll have more to tell you about today, but until then, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.